Thank you, Michael, and welcome everyone back to the final press conference for the Ring High Stakes, headlined by this welterweight title fight between the reigning champion Mario Barrios and King Ryan Garcia. T-Mobile Arena is where this fight will happen on Saturday, right here in this building, and it will air live and exclusively worldwide on DAZN. For Mario Barrios, this fight is a chance to defend his title and cement his status as one of the top welterweights in all of boxing. And for Ryan Garcia, it's an opportunity to win his first world title and prove that he is one of the top fighters in the world. We're going to introduce the fighters here on the stage. I want to start with the CEO of Ring Magazine, Mr. Rick Reno.
Thanks, Chris. I want to thank everyone once again in attendance. And, this is a fantastic main event. Both of these guys have had some ups and downs in 2025. Both of them are coming into this year to make a statement. Both of these guys are hungry. And when you have two Mexican fighters who are hungry and want to make a statement, it's guaranteed fireworks. I expect a very exciting fight. Mario's ready. Ryan's ready. The talking is almost done. I look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday night. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Rick. To my left, the golden boy, Oscar De La Hoya, the Hall of Famer. And Oscar, you've been the promoter of Ryan Garcia for a long time. You've seen some of the highs, some of the lows. Big fight now for Ryan Garcia fighting for a world title. How confident are you that Ryan's going to get it done?
100%. I really feel Ryan, when I saw him in last press conference in LA, I saw something in his eyes that only fighters see. Right? I've been in this game forever, so I can see that fire, that spark. I can see the fact that he went back to his father and their training, going back old school and getting ready for a world title shot. This is a fight that he's been waiting for all his life. And guess what? He is ready. 1,000,000% he is ready. So this fight here is going to be one of those action-packed fights because Barios doesn't back down. I have to give it to Barios. He's the world champion. I have to give it to every fighter out there who steps inside that ring and puts their life on the line. But I'm telling you one thing, this is a great matchup. But I love Ryan's chances because what I see and what I smell in the air, man, he's ready, he's prepared, and it's going to be a war.
All right. Lupe Valencia, you've been Ryan's manager for a long time as well. What have you seen from him in this training camp heading into this fight?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank the WBC for this amazing opportunity. Every kid's dream is to wear that green belt around their waist. And this dream started 20 years ago when Ryan was 7 years old. And to be on this stage fighting for the welterweight world championship is just a dream come true. And I'm extremely proud to have been with Ryan for the past 7 years and to be at this stage, at this moment in the history of boxing. This is a journey that's gone on for 20 years. Two things are going to happen on Saturday. We're going to have a new WBC world champion, and we're going to have a new face of boxing. Right. So I encourage everybody to buy the pay-per-view, buy tickets for this fight, and I want to thank everybody that had a hand in putting this fight together. It was a tremendous amount of work to put this fight together. His Excellency, Oscar, Dr. Rakan, Al Heyman, a lot of people had their hands in putting this fight together, so I want to thank everybody for all their effort because this is truly a tremendous fight in the biggest stage, Las Vegas, and this is probably going to be one of those knockout fights of the year where Ryan becomes world champion. And neither Joe, nor Wally, nor Mario Barrios is going to stop that from happening. Thank you.
And Chris, before you call up the fighters, I have a special treat. I do want to say, because this fight is so special, I want to thank Jose Suleiman, the WBC. We greatly appreciate everything you've done for the sport of boxing. Ever since your father was telling me when I was a kid that I was his favorite fighter, but he would tell every fighter the same thing. I mean, we love the WBC. And so on that note, the WBC has made a special trophy. The winner will get.
All right.
I mean, come on, Ryan.
Let's go. Let's go.
The winner will get this beautiful, beautiful glove. WBC World Champion crown. This is the best belt in the world. We love you, Suleiman.
All right, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Louis DeCubis, you've been with Mario for a long time as well. You don't want to say anything? You got nothing to say? Okay. We'll move on then. We'll go back over this side. Henry, you've been with Ryan, amateur days, early in the pros, took him to 15-0 as a professional before handing him off to Eddie Reynoso, some other trainers along the way, including the man to my right, Joe Goosen. You are back in the saddle as the head trainer
Right.
once again for this fight. How has camp been with you once again in charge of the team?
I tell you, when you're in Vegas, people say you got the winning hand. I have to say we got the winning team right here. Okay, I got Donnie, our strength and conditioning coach, that got Ryan in tip-top shape. PJ with the mitts and the whole team. Trey, putting all the team together. We got a good, Chris. I want to thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, first and foremost, and promoters, of course, Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, El Heyman, PBC, and Turkey Law Sheik, the Zone, of course, and WBC, and our main man right here, Lupe Valencia, our manager. Without these people, this thing wouldn't be possible. Okay, but I'm going to tell you this right now. Okay, I've heard reporters, I've heard trainers say, which Ryan is going to come out? Well, I'll give you the answer right now, okay? The boxer that fought Luke Campbell, there's no stopping him. Okay, the boxer that fought Fortuna, you're not going to see what's coming. Okay, the boxer that fought Haney, wow, what's going on? How is this happening? That's the Ryan you're going to see. So I gave you the answer, and we're going to win this. Let's go.
To follow up on that, Henry, I think you say he's going to be that version of him. What's different? What's changed in this training camp that you think is going to bring out that version of Ryan Garcia?
Very good question. When you have mind, body, and soul, and you got God in your heart, you got a winning fighter right here. I'm so proud of my son.
Joe Goosen, you had an interesting press conference last time with you and Ryan. How has training camp gone with Mario? What have you guys been working on, and what do you think he's going to show on Saturday?
Well, Mario has been a model fighter in the gym during this training camp for 3 months. He's exceeded expectations. He's tackled every assignment I've given him. He knows that Ryan's a tough guy. That's why he works so hard. They're both great fighters. I've got the world champion sitting right here. And, our goal, basically, we have one goal, and that's to retain the title and keep it. And I know that they would like to have it. And Ryan's going to get in the ring, and he's going to fight his hardest. He's a great fighter. But I got the champ of the world right here, and we put in the work. We put in the sparring. We put in the road work. And, I like my guy in the fight, period.
You've been training a lot of fighters for a long time, some great fighters. What have you tried to sprinkle into Mario's game?
Well, look, he didn't get to be champ of the world because he couldn't fight. Mario's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of great qualities. But sometimes when you have somebody looking from the outside in and dissecting what you're looking at, you're going to find things that are meaningful in a fight, offensively and defensively. And those are the things, those are the issues that we've addressed. On top of conditioning, more rounds, more aggressiveness, tightening the defense, and making the offense more explosive than it already was. So, just an overall overhaul, I should say. But the great thing about it was everything that we worked on, Mario really conquered and tackled and was just a superior student in the gym. He was great to work with. And he'll give it his all Saturday night, just as I know Ryan will. These guys are great at what they do. And we'll see exactly if their prediction is going to actually come true. I predict the opposite of what their team is predicting. And we'll let the fighters really answer all the big questions tomorrow, Saturday night.
You know, you said you didn't take this job, this gig, because Ryan Garcia was on the other side. But what do you think that your institutional knowledge of Ryan has helped you prepare Mario for this fight?
Is that my intimate knowledge of
Your
Ryan?
knowledge of Ryan, yes.
Well, I've said it before. I mean, I've fought a lot of guys with my fighters and won many big fights without having trained the opposition. So basically, you've got a lot of video out there, you've got a lot of fight tape, and if you know what you're looking at, that should be sufficient to form a game plan. But no, with Ryan, yeah, did we have an intimate relationship in terms of working together face to face? Yes, yes. And bottom line is that I don't think really served, gave me a big advantage there, because, like I said, you can break tape down, you have fights to look at, and I think that would have been sufficient had I not trained Ryan. But definitely working with him for those 3 fights, yeah, gave me a little bit of insight, but I wouldn't say anything that's going to be meaningful.
You said you know what their team is predicting the outcome is going to be. What do you think? What do you think the outcome is going to be in this fight?
Well, I mean, what we worked for to win the fight. I wouldn't have any other attitude than that. Mario said something to me that I haven't forgotten during training. He said, I don't think Ryan Garcia knows what's coming. Those are his words. And I believe him.
All right, I appreciate it, Joe.
Yeah.
Ryan, it's a different look that we've seen you in before. You just heard Joe say that Mario believes you don't know what's coming with his fighter, Mario Barrios. What do you think he's going to bring to the table, and what are you bringing to the table in this fight?
I mean, there's not a lot that I guess I haven't seen in the sport of boxing. A long amateur career, the amount of fights I've had, all the sparring I have. So I don't think he's quite right about that. But, you kind of never really know until you're in the ring how sharp the person really is. I hear a couple things in his sparring and a couple things in his training, but you can't really go off of that. So for me, I'm just preparing myself, and I have as the best as I possibly can. And now when I step in that ring, I know myself will be 100%. So we just have to see when he's in there how he is. But I definitely don't think it's something I haven't seen.
Asking a fighter how they're feeling is kind of a generic question, but for you, it's kind of appropriate given what's happened over the last couple of years. Where are you at mentally, physically, coming into this fight?
Well, I think I could do a lot of talking and say, I'm prepared the best I can. You could just look at me and just kind of see the shape I'm in and how I look, and kind of have your own opinion on it. I think that speaks enough.
You have to go back a while, a number of years, to when your dad was your head trainer for these fights. How has this camp been with your dad? Has it felt like kind of old times with him back in charge?
Yeah, it does feel like old times, There's been a couple moments where it just feels like, man, is it like swinging back to like 2020 throwback, you know what I mean? Mark Castro came by the gym, everybody's coming by the gym. It just felt like, a little bit of a throwback. This song really spoke to me. It's called Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. And it just brought me back to when I was 8 years old. Just all the hard work that I've been putting in since, coming from Victorville and everything. It's just kind of throwing everything back. So it feels good to be back with my dad. And technically, we are undefeated, so together. And we're going to continue the streak.
You said winning a world title would be important for you, but you said it'd be even more important maybe for your dad. Why do you think that?
Well, I always see myself, like when I feel fulfilled, it's when I'm walking that narrow path with God. So for this championship, I just feel like it's gonna make my dad's life. Something about, you know, this is gonna do something great for him in his heart. Of course, it means a lot for me, and I'm gonna hold it with honor and pride, and be the best champion I possibly can inside and outside the ring. And I think I'm ready now as a person and as a fighter to do that. So you're gonna see the start of a whole new rise, you know, the King Ryan Empire, and yeah, I'm excited.
Got some history on the other side with Joe Goosen. Do you think that's more an advantage for Mario, or do you think it's an advantage for you?
Oh, it's definitely. I've said this before. I think it's an advantage for me. I definitely know how he's training. I know all those speed bag drills when you hit it up, down, up, down, and then the little bag work where you gotta go like this, you know, all day long. So I know exactly how he's training, and I know how I could train even better because I've trained exactly how Joe, and I've done everything Joe has asked as well when I was in there. So, and Joe knows I'm a hell of a runner. I don't think there's any fighter that could run better than me, you know, road work wise. So he knows I could push it, and I could be a mean motherfucker. And you know, come Saturday night, I'm gonna be a mean motherfucker.
All right.
Go.
Mario, you're the world champion here on this stage, but a lot of these things that are part of this promotion have felt like it's a very Ryan Garcia type of event. Have you felt that, and has any of that bothered you?
Nah, none of it has bothered me. I know I'm the champion for a reason. You know, I know everything that I've been doing in the gym, everything I've been doing to prepare for this fight. I'm ready. You know, I'm not a talker when it comes to all this, but you know, every time I get in there, you know, I fight. I leave it all in there, and that's exactly what I'm looking forward to this Saturday.
You brought Joe Goosen onto your team for a reason. Do you feel like you've gotten something out of that over these last couple of months? And what are going to be the differences in Mario Barrios on Saturday?
Yeah, no, you know, working with Joey definitely, you know, just like we just fine tuned everything, you know, offense, defense, you know, things that I felt that I was missing in my last couple of performances, and you know, we got plenty of work in the gym, we got plenty of rounds of sparring. You know, I'm very happy with the way things went during this camp, and I really couldn't ask, you know, for much more. And yeah, like I'm just ready.
You said you didn't sign with Joe, work with Joe because of Ryan, but has his knowledge of Ryan been useful to you in this training camp?
I mean, I think how Joe said, you know, I think just even just you know watching film on Ryan and his past couple of performances, you know, we can see a lot of flaws in his game plan, and it didn't take somebody knowing him, you know, personally, you know, to I guess to have an edge over him. But like I said, I mean, everything that we have worked on, you know, is for you know what pertains to his style, the way he fights, and you know, I think we worked on everything that that I need to be successful.
You said in interviews that you want to test him. You want to make him ask questions in the ring. What does that look like?
Just making him uncomfortable. You know, just trying to exploit his weaknesses, and yeah, you know, just every round, you know, just making him uncomfortable.
All right, well, Ryan, I'll give you the last word. Do you think he can make you uncomfortable? Do you think he can make you ask questions in the ring?
No, I don't.
All right, Saturday night right here at T-Mobile Arena, live on DAZN Worldwide, welterweight title on the line. Mario Barrios defending his belt against Ryan Garcia. We're going to face these two men off, and we'll see you guys at the weigh-in here